So Julie says to me, he says, Frank wants to see you. So I go over, and Frank is at the bar, and he says to me, "Hey, you gotta check out that broad." You know what? It's time for the live stream. Uh, Welcome to the Save the CFB live stream. I'm Chuck, the host, I guess. Oh man, makes my arms disappear. But um, I'm the host. Oh, you know what? I promised myself a couple things this evening. Less verbal tics. I was going back to measure some sound quality, do some checks, and I found a lot of ums and some of my tongue clicks, the kind of thing, right? So, number one, less ums, less tongue clicks, cleaner audio, better voice. Number two, less pauses, less dead air, right? I need to be serious here. I need to move through these things quickly. I need to have one thought that comes right after another. It needs to be fast. It needs to be furious. It needs to be very Vin Diesel, very Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? Charm, grace. Neither one of those gentlemen have the second. Third, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Tonight we're doing a new thing that I have invented. It's called Let's Break. It's kind of like Let's Play, but what if you're bad and you break the game with computer magic? So that's what we're doing tonight. So let's start by saying this live stream is all about promoting the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau in its time of need. I'll talk about this more as we stream, but we need you to call your senators, call your representatives, and tell them to restore the CFPB's funding. I'm going to pound on the table for effect. Restore the CFPB's funding. I hope that wasn't too bad from an audio perspective. So we're going to flow right through this. I'll have tips later on how you can help the CFPB. Mostly it's going to be calling those people and telling them to restore funding to the CFPB. But let's not, get ahead of ourselves. Spoil the ending. This week is Five Nights at FEDDY'S. Get it? Because I'm a federal employee. It's a federal government bureau. And the joke is based on a video game called Five Nights at Freddy's. If you're a Gen Z's, you probably know all about that. If you're old, like me, maybe never heard of it, doesn't matter, because we're not playing it this week. It's just a play on words. No dead air tonight. Just constant entertainment. All right, let's get started. We're going to go over here. This is Dark Souls 3. This is the wonderful character creation screen. Let me get my controller up here. Whoops. I just hit a little bad button, but you in the audience don't see what I see. Just trust me that I hit a bad button. There we go. Another bad button. All right, so this is a gentleman, right? We could start with this gentleman. This is the default gentleman. I'm going to go ahead. That was an Oh, if only there was a punishment for saying I guess my internal suffering will have to be the punishment. So, I've already done some work on a gentleman that we're going to use today. Just, wow. So much to say about this fella. I don't like the color though. I'm gonna change the color. I did another It's hard. It's hard, There was an It's all bad. Okay, I'm going to go with blue because I decided, what if the character... So first of all, Dark Souls is like a dark fantasy property. And there's a lot of suffering, a lot of unhappy people. It's not called Happy Souls for good reason, because the people are very unhappy. But I decided, what if we had like a blueberry boy? A blueberry boy... Oh, I messed that up. A blueberry boy who was a blueberry, and then he wished to be a real boy. Wouldn't be the blue fairy, because, well, maybe the blue fairy makes blueberries. Maybe the blue fairy of the blueberries came to this blueberry boy and said, "What is your wish, blueberry boy?" And the blueberry boy said, "I would like to be a real boy." And the blue fairy said, "Well, I don't know. I guess I'll see what I can do." And this was really the best she could do. And I'm going to play with the hair a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, that is the hairstyle for me. Now let's see what kind of beard. I mean, no. Maybe. No, I don't think so. That's great. A mustache. Blueberry mustache. Here's a little more clean shaven. These are really... Nope, this is the winner. That's the winner. Now we are going to need a different hair color for this, because I just... well, what, you know what? The hair color would represent the stem, right? The hair is the stem of the blueberry boy's plant. So it's got to be like a green. Oops, I keep messing that up. And hitting the wrong button. There we go. It's a little bit... That's a little too Joker. I need it a little darker green with maybe a slight bluish hue. A more natural hue. Maybe a reddish. Yes, a more natural color. The beard color is going to be maybe a very bright blue. A very, very bright blue. I'm spending too much time on this. I really apologize, but I'm very much in love here. Okay. Brow color. Maybe bad at video games because I don't know which buttons to hit. Alright, so now that's a very nice blueberry boy. He came out of the patch, you know, a little messed up. You know what he needs? He needs a little tattoo. A little tattoo. Let's give him a little tattoo. We need a blueberry-ish tattoo. A tattoo that says, "I'm a blueberry man. I was once a blueberry, and I got a wish, and instead of money or power, I wished to be a real boy, and this was the best she could do." And there's his little blueberry mark. Little blueberry mark. I'm a blueberry boy. All right. So ooh. Wow. Okay. He needs a name. I believe blueberries are in the something like vaccinium is the... That's boring. Nobody cares what they're... You know what? I think there's a thing called a whortleberry. And he does look a little bit like Wartortle, who is also blue. Pokemon, who is also blue. So his name's just going to be Wardle. I love it. You know what? No. He's going Wardle berry. And it's like berry, white. Wardle, berry, white. Oh, they won't let me get that. Wardle, berry, like the TV show. And yeah, he's an assassin like the TV show Barry. I love it. Okay, Wardleberry. All right, Wardleberry. So this game is very sad. And the story again is obtuse, and you're not going to get it just by watching this. It's a very silly, sad, everything's depressing, everything's awful kind of video game. And so I'm going to pretend that the story doesn't exist. We're going to skip past this, and we're going to try to make it a happy story. I'm not getting, the audio's not coming through, is it? I've had this problem before. Not hearing anything from the lovely game. Doesn't look like the audio's come through. If we continue to have an audio problem, we'll resolve it. But let's see if we get into a fight. So the rules of the game here are, you know, I've had a little bit of Dark Souls 3 experience. And the idea is that, you know, I know a little bit about fighting in the Dark Souls universe. I think, is there a crystal lizard back here? No, this is where you get a little bonus back here. So if I die, though, I get to go over to my wizard screen, my computer wizard screen, and I get to give him a little bump. Give old Blueberry a little bump. Wardleberry. See these guys? Okay, but no audio is coming through, and that is just going to make me sad. So let me go over. Just going to very quickly see if I can address the audio issue. Audio issue. Audio issue. I am having an audio issue. None of these are audio things. They can't help me. Audio issue. There's no sound. No sound at all. La 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 la. La 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 la. Well, at least you get a song. So while I'm checking this audio issue thing and trying to figure out what's going on here, how about we talk about the CFPB? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was created in the wake of the Dodd-Frank, it was created as a part of the Dodd-Frank legislation, which was passed in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis. So, in the 2008 financial crisis, mortgages, which were the backing of a lot of securities, i.e. investment products, the mortgage market crashed because there were more mortgages out there than people could actually pay for, because the mortgage was a desired investment product, and as a result, folks who were selling mortgages sold more and more and more mortgages. I'm going to save and go back to the home screen because I had this issue earlier, and I'm going to save the game, return to the menu, see if it yells at me first. No, you know what? No audio. Not loving it. And it's going to yell at me. Oh, okay. Well, the markets crashed and a lot of people lost their homes. Investors lost their investments. Folks lost their 401ks and whatnot. It was very bad for everybody. If you weren't alive then, lucky you. I mean, if you weren't alive then, you're fairly young, and voting and calling your senator might not really work in your case, but sorry. I mean, you still watch the stream. It was 2008, so it's a 17. Yeah, so maybe you're old enough. Maybe you were, you can vote in the next election. But you might be too young to remember it, or you might have just chosen to forget it. Look at me, I'm doing pretty good so far. To be fair, these guys, in my Blueberry world, these guys these aren't like people or they're just training dummies that have been soaked in the magical blueberry juice that brings us all to life. And you hit them, the blueberry juice flies off, and they fall down. So it's fine. Nobody is hurt in the making of this. It's all fine. And again, with no sound effects, I can't really fill in like go up my jaw, that's not really doing it. All right, I'm gonna try and address it again, and we'll see if I can maybe fix this. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau then watches markets like the mortgage market and other personal financial products, consumer level products, auto loans, student loans, payday loans, things of that nature. And what we do is, not me, I'm just a software engineer, but what the cool people do is make sure those markets are safe and secure, and make sure that the banks involved are doing everything right so that they, aren't going to crash and need another bailout, that sort of thing. And so that, I got no idea. Well, I have ideas about CFPB. Sorry, I have no idea why the audio is not working. So back to the CFPB. You know what? We'll just dump. We're going to dump to 5calls.org real fast. And I'm going to do my ask. And then I'm going to restart Dark Souls in the meantime. And see if we can get things going a little better. 5calls.org. If you go there, there's going to be a list of a bunch of issues. But just click on any one of them. And then you can get to those precious, precious phone numbers for your senators and your representative. Call them and tell them to restore funding to the CFPB. Tell them how important it is that the CFPB is out there watching over consumer products to make sure another crash doesn't happen. The CFPB's funding was cut by 50% in the Big Beautiful Bill for no stated reason. No unstated reason. As far as anyone is concerned, they didn't state or not state a reason. So the Bureau is expected to do just as much as it did before with 50% of the budget. I don't know, is that what they're asking? The law says that there are certain things the CFPB must do. They didn't take away any of those laws, which means we are supposed to do the same stuff with half the funding. The funding doesn't come from taxpayers. So it doesn't save taxpayers any money or reduce taxes to cut the CFPB's funding. Instead, the funding actually comes from the Federal Reserve System. And in fact, the CFPB has returned almost $3 to consumers for every dollar it's spent. So you tell me if there's a more efficient bureau out there. I don't know of one. So, I've restarted Dark Souls 3, the third one. And we're going to try and see if we can get... Oh, yeah. That's some game audio. Okay, I'm going to turn that game audio down a little. Okay. I've been penalized. I don't know what happened. Something went very wrong with the Dark Souls 3 servers. And at some point there, I was penalized. We got Wardleberry. Let's go with him. We're loving Wardleberry. Okay, now we can really get started. Too much touch on my face, too. I got coffee here. I got water. I'm going to need some of that. All right. Refreshing the throat. Okay. Now, the adventures of Wardleberry. Because you've all called your representatives, right? Thank you. Now, this starting area, I'm pretty good. These robed combat dummies that have been enlivened with blueberry juice. I can take care of their business. Oh, I gotta light this bonfire. Yes. All right. Okay. Here's one. He's trouble. And now they have swords, which is definitely going to be a problem. I'm going to roll this guy down the hill. This guy's... Oh, ho, ho, with the stabbing. We aren't supposed to do that. Whoa. Enough with that. Okay. Am I wielding it two-handed now? Alright, good. I'm gonna drink that Estus flask. Shout. Yeah. Give one of those. You gotta shout. That gives you the power. You know, I'm getting confused because the controls are different from Elden Ring. And I got a little too used to Elden Ring. Now I jump. Oh, and all the secrets. I know the secret to miss that soul. It's fine. Jump. Boom! Come down on that guy. Give him the old what's it. Blueberry man. Hello, I think not. Ha ha ha! Take that to your blueberry bush. Dun da da dum. Bum 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 bum. There's no exciting music in this because, again, it's a depressing game. Oh, I missed the jump again. Bum ba da bum. Bum 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 bum. Maybe I forget what the jump button is. Oh, I drank the Estus flask. That's not the jump button. So that I'm gonna be sad about that Estus flask. Can you? What happened? How do you do the two? Can you do two-handed? Two-handed. How do we do that? I thought it was this button. Nope. Well, that's a nice move. What's the button? Okay, nope. That's not it. Where's the two-handed? Nope. You drank the Estus flask again. Okay. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's the run. Whoa. No. All right. I've perhaps forgotten how the run works. But, you know, I have been penalized, so. Is it this button? Nope. Where's that jump? Can you not run and jump, maybe? That's... Okay, there it is. It's a roll forward, maybe? So I go up here, and then I roll forward. No. There's definitely a jump button, and I don't know what it is. There's possibly... Maybe I could go to options, and it would tell me what the jump button is. That seems like a thing. Key bindings. Let's see. Walk, run, jump. Oh, I gotta push the left button down. Oh, man. It's been too long since I played this game. But, not to worry. Blueberry man. Oh, he rolled right off the casket. This is a lot of effort for what is probably like 3 souls. But, you know, once Blueberry Man has been challenged, none can stop him. Whortle berry. No. So this may be a 2-hour stream of me just trying to make this jump. No, I probably will stop before that. I'll get this guy. Wham! Wiggity wham. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ha. Ooh. Ha ha. Nobody tells me what to do in my underwear. There's some guys down here, so maybe I'll talk to them. Hold on. Haha. Gonna hit the crossbow man. Turn around. This guy's shield doesn't even... There's a hole in his shield. What a bunch of low-budget enemies. The least they could do is get some real shields. Okay. One more time, we're gonna try that jump. I can already hear you nervously laughing. Whortleberry! Nope, missed it. Alright, let's go fight the boss. because the fun part's going to be I'm going to die for sure. And then something interesting will happen. All right, let's see. I really would like to two-hand the weapon. There we go. I want to two-hand it. How do I had it for a second. There we go. Because this is a big gentleman with a spear. What's his story? Well, he's silver. I think that he is a serving plate brought to life. And so he automatically objects to me being a loose blueberry. And he would like to cage me. Oh, that's right. I have to remove the sword from him. He's probably going to be happy about that, right? Hey, don't worry, guy. I got the sword out of you. You're fine now. And we can be friends. My name's Whortleberry. Oh, my. That's a big old thing. Oof. And I remembered part of that fight. But not enough of it. Okay. So there's the first death. So let's see. What do we get on first death? Let's see. All right. I'm going to leave you to look at Whortleberry for a moment. You could stare at him while I bring open the Window of Wishes. And we'll see what the next wish that old Whortleberry will get. Okay, Whortleberry, here we go. Okay, Whortleberry, I think perhaps, it's going to take a second, but let's give you, I think you need more strength. Let's give you 20 strength instead of 10. Whortleberry. So if I'm correct now, let's see. We'll look at old Whortleberry's stats. And yes, he has a 20 strength now. Okay, that surely will do it. Oh! Oh! You know what doesn't help is strength when you're just getting your head chopped off by a choppy man. Look at that. Perfect. Perfecto. Gonna get that guy. And now this guy's going to try and get me with the old fire crossbow again. No, sir. I won't take that from a dummy. I am Whortleberry. I have come to avenge my death. Oh, my. Maybe not. Drinky, drinky. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Didn't work. Didn't work. Okay, we're gonna need a little more fire in this fight here. Let's see. What can we do next? Let's see. So many things. So many options, but to make it as easy as possible, I think I need to possibly just give him 10 more vigor. And I'll rest so that I get those hit points back. Yes. 10 more vigor. Now we're good. None can stop me. Oh, I didn't need you to do that jump that time. Aha. Yeah. I'm a blueberry. All right. Living blueberry boy. He made a wish to be a real boy. And now he has to fight the silver plate man who has a big stick and has a bad plan. Silver plate. Oof. Silver plate man. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Haha. Whoa. You ain't hitting nobody. I got a club. Wham. Wham. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is always... No. That's no good. That hurt. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Clubs. Mm-hmm. How about the ace of clubs? Yeah! I told you I was good at this game. Nobody can stop Blueberry Man. Okay. I'm gonna get these souls back. My ember was restored. Everybody likes that. And the bonfire's lit. Look at this gentleman. I think you're gonna rest at the bonfire. That's good. See, now I told you. No problems. I'm great at this game. Okay. As long as I can just randomly add stats to myself, double my strength and vigor at the drop of a hat, this game is no problem. Alright. Let's see what's up here. It seems precarious, you know? Hey, guy. You don't want to stand there. Oh. I played a trick on him. Alright. This is some kind of building. So, what had happened here was the Lords of the Fruit Cocktail. Lord Pear, Lord Peach, Lord Cherry. We don't need to listen to her. She doesn't know the real story. I'm going to level up. Let's see. More vitality? Sure. Spend those souls. Okay, she doesn't know the story. This is the story. See those thrones? It's the throne of Lord Pear. Lord Cherry, he's up there in his throne. We'll go talk to him in a second. That's Lord Peach. He's the big guy. What else is in a fruit cocktail? Lord Syrup. And I don't think there's pineapple in a fruit cocktail. Fruit cocktail's pretty terrible most of the time. Grape. Lord Grape. I think there's grapes. So those are the fruit cocktail lords. I'm a blueberry, so, you know, not in a fruit cocktail. So I'm an outsider to these lands. And, oh, I got to embed the coiled sword. Because this is going to ignite the flame of fruit cocktail en flambe. This is a guy. What's he up to? He's not going to tell the real story. He's going to, you know, he's got his own thing going on. Let's go visit Lord Cherry. He's still on his throne, so we can talk to him. He's just a little guy. Hi. Hi, little guy. Oh, look at you. What a cute little fella. Oh, yeah. This, again, we don't want to listen to the depressing story this guy has to sell. Instead, we're going to continue our fruit cocktail story. So, I'm an outsider to the fruit cocktail kingdoms. And I've come to restore the flavor. You know? It's been, there's a flavor disaster. And I'm here to restore flavor to the unflavored kingdoms. Because a blueberry is tasty. Alright. Shouldn't there be other things here, lady? Yeah, I did that. Also, why do you call me Ashen One? Call me Whortleberry. Ooh. Organized storage box. I'm gonna travel. Ooh, the high wall of Lothric. Let's go. Let's see what's up there. So I think the first guy we gotta look for is Lord Pear. He's abandoned the Fruit Cocktail Kingdom. And they need our help. But you know, the Fruit Cocktailians are not going to be happy to see old Whortleberry coming at them. with his blueberry likeness. It'd be nice to maybe find like a sword and some pants. I don't really want to cover up Whortleberry's beautiful blue visage, but it probably would be nice. All right, let's light this bonfire. Light that candle and just bash a chair. Yeah. All right, what's over here? Oh, this guy. Nope. I don't think so. Ding dang right. Don't mess with Whortleberry. Whortleberry fighting the dog. He's a sick dog. He is a I was kind of giving him a little, I knocked him out a little bit so that the veterinarian could come to help him. Oh, there's a guy there. I just kicked his butt. That guy's down. Oh, here's a gentleman. He's got a very large axe. Probably for cutting cantaloupe and the like. Wham! Yeah, you didn't expect that I would have doubled strength. Roll down the stairs, you fool. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum. Oh no, that's Superman. Ow! Ho ho! Ha ha! Yeah! Ho ho! Oof! Ah! You won't get me, Peela. Because you don't want to. I guess you can peel a blueberry. But the blueberry wouldn't like being peeled, so that's why he's attacking the peeler. This guy, yeah, exactly. That's not good. Nobody wanted that, and I died. Alright. Let me find... There's probably a command in the wizard box that lets me spawn pants. That might not be a bad idea. Getting some pants for this gentleman. Just basic. Just basic trousers. Something like a slacks kind of... something in that kind of range. Board shorts. Board shorts would be fine. Dungarees. Is there a dungarees button? Show me dungarees. No? What about... How about a nice... culottes? I'd wear culottes. Okay, I'm not finding the button that would let me spawn pants. So, I'm going to instead... I guess I just keep giving myself cool stats, right? Yeah. Cool stats it is. I'm going to raise my luck. Let's make this guy very lucky. We're going straight from 10 to 50. Because it's luck. I mean, whatever. I don't know what that's about. Now I got a purple skull. Something interesting's going on. Alright, let's go retrieve those souls. No pants required. Pa-pow! Wapoom! Yeah! Woohoo! Ha! Uh-oh. No! Wow! Oh. That guy up there, I forgot to get him. Oh, I don't think so. Need a potion. Ow. Gonna need another potion. Do you mind dropping a better weapon than what I have? Anything? No. Okay. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna hit the guy who turns into a weird monster before he can turn into a weird monster. Haha. No weird monster for you. Unless, did I get... No, that was the right guy. And hit that guy. There's just some other... These guys, it doesn't seem like they're harmful. They're just, like, raising their arms up. But, they're actually really bad. You just have to trust me. It's okay if I hit them. Is there a secret over here? Secrets? No. You gotta look in every nook and cranny. Game's full of secrets. Alright, Blueberry Man, let's run. Get those lost souls. And we're gonna run the down here. I think there might be a weapon down here. Let's see. There's definitely this guy. Boom! Kabam! Kaboom! Kabam! Kapow! And none of you. You get... Oh. Okay. You know what we need? More strength. More strength, yeah. We're already at 740, so we don't have time to play around. We're going to go from 20 strength to 50. And a bunch of bars will appear. I don't know what... Again, not sure what that's about, but doesn't matter. Now we're talking, okay? This is really going to change the game. And if it doesn't, you know what's next? 100. Because I don't have time for this. You don't have time for this. All right. What's interesting is I thought strength would do more damage. What it mostly seems to do is just really send them flying. Oof. Okay, strength wasn't enough. And I lost souls there. Well, the good news is, what's after 50 strength? I mean, 50 dexterity, right? These stats are starting to look good. Okay. I mean, if strength makes people, like, just launch, I'm going to set it to, like, 2,000. I would love to see some fools just flying across the castles of Lothric. Hey. Bad dog. Whee! There's that long axe, man. Whoa. I do like that. That's fun. Okay. This guy. Whoa. Revenge, huh? No, I don't think so. Now we're winners. You see? You know that Santana song? I fell down, but I couldn't get up. And then one day I was one life loser. Served my friends and my accusers. I lost the soul. Had a dream, but it turned to dust. What I thought was love, that must have been lust. Anyways, the good part, and then it goes, I'm winning. I'm winning. There's no weapon down here. And there's a locked door. Nope. I'm winning. I'm winning. And I don't intend on losing again. Great song. It's not Santana. Santana's song. Well, Santana's not singing either. He's playing the very good guitar. I forget who sings it. It's just it's somebody else. But in the song was actually composed, was written by Russ Ballard, who composed a bunch of other famous rock songs. Russ Ballard. You know, he did New York Groove. New York Groove. That one. He did that song. He wrote it, you know. Yeah, Blueberry Man, these are, look at these people. The problem with the Cocktailians here is, if you look at them, look. This is jaundice and scurvy, and that's a lack of fruit, you know? So, what I'm doing here is heroically bringing fruit to the kingdom. Um, and there's resistance, a lot of resistance from these scurvy dogs. I don't, you know, have any reservations in calling them that. These scurvy dogs, hey now, um, they need the help, and that's why I'm here, and that's why this guy's jumping out at me from behind a barrier. Anybody could get me a sword, a sharp knife, a dagger. No. Because this club, I'm going to be honest with you, is bad. And I'm getting pretty bored of it. Next time I die, maybe I can up the old drop rates. Make things appear. Let me investigate that very quickly while we do a quick ask. Let's go with our 5 calls ask. 5calls.org. Why 5calls.org, you may ask? Really, it's just because it's an easy way for you to get access to a bunch of the numbers that you would need to call your senators and reps. Sorry about that. Needed the water. They have offices in different places, so choose one, call. It's late, I know, but you can leave a voicemail for most of your Congress people, and they might call you back. You leave a callback number, which is a good way to show that you're serious. Leave a callback number, leave your address, do something like that, to show them that that you actually care about this issue and you're not just spending 3 minutes of your time doing something that your friend asked you nicely to do. That might be what you're doing, but what I'm asking you to do is really try to make a difference. And again, I'll say, a lot of folks feel very bad about some stuff that has happened recently and are wondering, what can I do? What can I do to change things? I say use all of your rights, including calling your Congress people and telling them what you want and what they need to change. It doesn't matter if you think whether you think that they'll agree with you or they think they'll disagree with you. What matters is putting your voice out there, flexing your citizen muscles, as nobody calls them. So if you go to 5calls.org, you'll be able to get those numbers, and then we have a script if you need help with what to say at nteu335.org/script. That will give you some factoids and other things that might help you with what you'll say. Again, use your own words, but it's not a bad thing to know a couple facts going in that you can use to pepper in there. I didn't say this earlier, just so everybody knows. While I am a federal employee and a member of the NTEU 335 chapter of our union, I'm speaking solely on my own behalf, not as a government official and not as a representative of the union. This is all Chuck that you're getting right here, which is probably more than you asked for. At any rate, so what we're going to do now to make the end of this a little more exciting, I'm going to go for a little while longer, but things didn't go, didn't quite get as cool as fast as I hoped. So I'm going in here, and I'm going to ask the game if it could pretty please drop stuff every time I kill a person. And then that will get me some new items that I can use to dress Blueberry up. Whortleberry. Alright, let's go down in here. Look, we haven't been here before. Here's a gentleman. Ah! 100% drop. Give me some stuff. Yeah. Oh, trousers. I love a trouser. All right. And now that we have trousers, let's put them on. That's not the trouser slot. Okay, some pants. That feels better. Did he drop a weapon? Yes, a sword. Okay. Now Blueberry's really ready for some adventure. He's at least as equipped as Link in The Legend of Zelda. He's got a sword and pants. Now he can have real fantasy adventures. Okay, like crushing tables. And, oh. Okay, I gotta drink a potion. I gotta drink another potion. Okay. Now we got a firebomb. Let's see what's down here. Descend the ladder. Yes, Whortleberry. This is your destiny. These souls. And this hallway. And this guy with the spear. He is your destiny. Ha 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 ha. Oh, a crossbow, huh? I think not! Now, if I remember correctly, something very bad happens here. Whoa. Well, I get caught on fire. But that's not really what I was referring to. Okay, maybe I have to walk up these stairs, and then... Yep, there he is. It's a dragon! If I come down here, he breathes fire everywhere. Oh, boy. Okay. Fight. Hi, dragon. Hey, dragon. Whoa. These guys are real stabbers. There we go. Alright, I got a firebomb. Could be throwing those, but not gonna. Got pants. And I'm ready to go. Let's see what this gentleman has to say. Nope, please no dragon fire. Please no dragon fire. Ha ha ha. Oh, in case you're wondering, I did turn off the 100% drop rate. I just needed a sword and some pants, you know. Now up here, there's a guy with a real set of armor and a big sword, and he really knows how to fight. And this is where stuff gets real. Look at that. He knows how to fight. How am I supposed to face off against somebody who knows how to fight? Well, the good news is that I have not yet godly stats, but certainly, improved stats. Well, you know what? What am I even here for if not to just totally break this game? How about if all of my stats were 100? What do you think would happen then? What could possibly happen? Let's check that status. 99 across the board. Guess it doesn't go to 100. Well, I go to 100. So, this game just can't handle my steez. Again, Superman. Ho ho! Who else would like a piece of whortleberry? No, I think not. Delicious potions. I think armor is still a problem. Whortleberry still has an armor issue. In that he is wearing virtually none. So the hits still hurt. So we might need to, after godly stats down the board, those trousers might need to become the trousers of godly defense. Come, fruit cocktailians. I bring you peace. Whoa, that dragon. No thanks. Ha ha ha! Whoa. I think not. A shield would probably be cool. There's more trousers. Shield might, you know, just help with his blueberry adventures. I'm going to pick up these souls. This guy. I know you're faking. You were faking last time. You weren't really dead. You aren't either. Fakers. There's that knight again. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get one of this. I'm going to get this guy. He's faking. And then where'd that knight go? Where'd that knight go? I have some Estus flask. Where'd he go? Hey buddy. You want a piece of this? Huh? Ooh, ow. He does. I tried to do like a jump trick. Oh, okay. Nice. See, now we're starting to win the game. This guy. I knew about you. I knew there was a guy who sneaks up on you there. I remember the 400 times you probably killed me the last time I was playing this game. Alright. There. More souls. And up around here. Whortleberry. Anybody up here? There's a dragon over there. I don't have any arrows, or I would shoot him up. Oop, hidden secret. I got a lot of Titanite shards. I could go back to the blacksmith and tell him, make this the best longsword that anyone has ever seen. But I'm not going to do that right now. Go down around here. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, a thing about being godlike in power is that you get careless. You just start to think, well, what are these guys going to do? Hurt me? I've got a 99 in every stat. It turns out they still hurt you. The game is pretty, like, intent on that. The game is, you can sit around, and if you want to sit around and just collect souls all day long, until you have, that's a locked door, until you have a 99 in everything, it's still not going to win you the game. And that is how Dark Souls really, well, to be frank, that's how it really cheeses you off. You know what I mean? That's why you get mad at the game. Because you have a 99 in everything. And meanwhile, you're still getting your butt kicked by this loser, who has not had his fruits and vegetables. And that's why he looks sickly. That's another door I need to open. This game's just all about doors you can't open. Doors you can't open. 99 in everything doesn't make you invulnerable to everybody. What a BS game this is. Who even likes this game? Actually, I do kind of like this game, even if I'm bad at it. There's a guy I got to free. It's locked. Ah, key in the table. Wah, barrels. Another fun thing about this game is just breaking furniture. Alright, so I can't get in any of those doors or anything. I do still get hurt by everybody. So I think I'm probably going to die again here soon. And then we're really just going to have to turn it up to 13. We already tried to turn it up to 11. And 11 wasn't high enough. And you could say, well, 12 is the next number. You know what is better than 12? 13. And this guy trying to sneak up behind me, I think not. Yeah. How do you like that? A broken straight sword's not better than the straight sword I have, I think. Oh, there's a guy. See, and it's just people waiting at the bottom of ladders to come at you. And then look at what happens here. This guy gets up, and he's like, oh, look at me. I got a big worm in me. What is that? What kind of game even is this? Who has a big worm in them? And this guy has the raw gem. Love that. Okay. I don't want to fall off the building, I don't think. So we're going to walk over here. Alright, we're going to keep going. See, I survived yet another encounter. Haha. Whortleberry, the blueberry, who became a boy. He wished to become a boy, and then he was a boy. And now he's kind of a man. That wasn't originally part of the story, but the story's evolving. Probably somebody in here wants to jump me. Yep. I don't think so. Oh, and somebody behind me wants to jump me. These people with their low nutrition values just waiting in every corner because they're jealous of my healthy, colorful physique. I'm starting, I started off really wanting to help these people, and now I'm starting to resent them. You know what? Maybe you deserve scurvy. And jaundice. Or whatever else is going on with you folks. Malnutrition, certainly. All look very unhealthy. Protein, you need more protein in your diet. It looks like you're eating a lot of sugary snacks. This guy's probably going to kill me. Oh, see, because the shield eventually stops my 99 and everything. Oh. Bad timing. Good timing. Drop a cool suit armor for me. Nope. I'm just saying that I'm just starting to look again. It's just every corner of this game. Somebody's jumping out at you and they look incredibly sickly. Oh, a broadsword. Is that better than my longsword? Long or broad? Long or broad? I'm gonna go broad. And then, oh, I did have a shield this whole time. Just a terrible one. I'm going to go dual wielding. Oh, yeah. I'm like Drizzt. You guys know Drizzt? He's in Dungeons & Dragons stories. Drizzt. I'm blue, too. Drizzt. It's kind of purple, but... Wah, 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 wah. Okay, got a chest. This has a silver eagle kite shield. I was begging for a shield earlier, but now I'm feeling good about this this two sword style that I'm. Well, it's not really two swords, is it? I'm actually going to switch to two swords because I want a real sword. Okay, that's a block. That's one of those. Give me this, and then I can. Okay, I can do a swingy swingy. Okay. Look like a real swordsman now. Oh. Well, like I said, it's time for 13. We were going to turn it up to 11. 11's just not going to be enough. So, while this kind of spins around, I'm going to add a little extra boom. Well, actually, it's the opposite of boom. I'm going to try and see if maybe I can make it so I take very, very, very little damage. Just a tiny, tiny bit of damage. So, let's see. I think that I have to do a trick. Whoops. where I kind of am like, hey, what's this? Let's see. I'm gonna look at my items. What's this here? Oh, it's my deserter's trousers. And then I go over to my magical panel. I look at something and no. Okay, hold on. And there we go. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put a little something in here to help a little bit with the old getting hurt. I need the detailed view. I'm looking for, yes, absorption. Yes, that's what I want. So the durability is not actually useful. We need absorption. I'm not having an easy time finding it. This is boring. I know. This is boring. Chuck, this is boring. All right, well, oh my holy goodness. I've had the 5 calls thing up this whole time and you haven't seen any of the game. Huh, well. Note to self. Change.org/stopvote. Not my best moment. Not my best moment. So, yeah. Go there and check out the petition. Please read it. Sign off, and if you agree, I'm a very good live streamer. Just one of the best, really. All right, well, you know what? Mistakes were made. So let's get back to it. And let's see how these trousers do now. There we go. Much better trousers. 99 resistance to most things. Okay. Now, the real adventure begins. Okay. Whortleberry is back. Now I think he's going to have a... There you go. This is a much better experience for everybody. Whortleberry doesn't feel bad about what's happening to him at all. He is the invulnerable blueberry boy. I can have knight's armor, but why would I wear armor when my pants are practically invulnerable? I'm going to run past that guy. I don't need him. I don't need these gentlemen. I'm no longer interested in any of your trouble. You have relieved me of any responsibility I felt for your well-being or the well-being of your kingdom. Now, I live only for vengeance. That sounds bad. Vengeance for crossbowman. Or on crossbowman. Against crossbowman. Vengeance against slashy pants. Oh, vengeance against all the ambushers. Vengeance against the knight. And now we have truly broken the game. No, Batman. Not until Gotham is broken. You merely adopted the computer magic. I was born into it. See, now this is what happens. You know, Whortleberry came with the best of intentions, and he was radicalized by the horrible actions of these various knights and whatnot that have been attacking him. He wanted to help people. And then everybody ambushed him. And now he doesn't want to help anybody anymore. You know? He just wants to break barrels and hurt these poor sickly fools who do not get enough fruits and vegetables in their diet. Yeah, dog. You too. Look, I don't like hurting dogs, but frankly, you barely look like a dog. Somebody up there is throwing fire. Uh-oh, I don't know if my fire resistance... Okay, it looks like my fire resistance is fine. I will take none of this from you. I have invulnerable trousers. Trousers. So, this magical blueberry boy and his invulnerable trousers. They just call out, please go to 5calls.org, which I left on the screen for, I don't know, 20 minutes while not showing you the game I was playing. Please go and, is this guy, you, are you alive? No, you're dead. Okay. Please go there. This guy's alive. And, is this guy gonna come after me? Not quite, because I'm gonna fight with a rapier now. Then I'll look very fancy. Go to 5calls.org and find those numbers of your representative and your 2 senators. Call them and ask them, please restore funding to the CFPB so that this guy who is doing awful, awful Dark Souls live streaming doesn't even realize when he is not showing the game for extended periods of time can stop his dumb save the CFPB live stream and do something constructive with his life. Spend time with his family. Or volunteer at a soup kitchen. Anything but live stream. Anything but live stream. Well, video games at least. Maybe I could live stream something else. Maybe my calling is live streaming my improv songs. Or telling stories about blueberry men who met blueberry blue fairies. Waha! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Cha-cha! Yeah! Oh, yow! See, that's not right. What? Yeah! A lot of just fun little stabs. Ooh, another longsword. Let's dual wield longswords. Left hand weapon 1 is another longsword. There we go. Now we're some kind of, you know, real duelist. A real swordsman with your 2 swords. So we're going to go up here and I think we're going to unlock a door. And it's going to lead right back to where we were before. But it makes it slightly easier to get around. If you want to. If you have to do a run back, so you can go through this door. But thanks to these trousers, I'll never have to do a run back again unless I fall off a big hole or something. How is he swinging that giant axe through that doorway and I couldn't swing my swords through it? That's BS. Also, okay. Okay, the combos are... Alright, so, okay. Just looking at which buttons the combos were for. You know what? We're going to go face the second boss. And I think, perhaps, we might be able to handle him. Let's find out. Alright. We're going to go over here. I want no trouble from you, Sarah. Somewhere over here, I think. Where is that? There's a summon where you can call a guy and ask him to help you. Wah wah. Tomorrow night's stream, tomorrow night at 5 night at FEDDY'S. I think I'm going back to the Skyrim hole, and we're going to do a few more tricks, and I'm calling it Take My Wife, because that's an old joke, but because I'm going to take Snake Bite, the character that we used last night, and I'm going to talk to the character named after my real life wife, and I'm going to do missions for her, you know. Ooh, a Lucerne hammer. That could be fun. Let's have a little fun with this. There we are. Look at that. Nice big long stick hammer. You were always difficult, and I didn't like fighting you. I remember. Now I'm back for revenge. Revenge with radical computer magic. You can't touch me. 99% of the damage is absorbed by the trousers. That's a nice, some nice gloves. I'm less blue now. I think it's, I don't know if there's a dirt buildup situation. Muck and blood has covered me. But regardless. Lucerne hammer, very slow weapon, you know? You gotta like swing it over your head. The mighty attack is like, whoa! You know, that's not working. Alright, so I'm gonna switch back to the long swords because I feel better about them. And who doesn't love two long swords? Oh, come on. What was that about? Anyways. Okay. Now somewhere in here there is a guy. Okay, maybe that doesn't appear till the boss appears. There's a summon. I definitely want to summon a helper because I'm in a lot of danger. Blueberry man. Here he is. He's going to try and open the door. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Hey, look at that. Look at that face. What a beauty. I don't understand why anybody attacks him. How are they not stunned by his beauty? This guy, he was actually a can of fruit cocktail. And he wished to be a boy, but he didn't get the good fairy. He got kind of even a worse fairy than Whortleberry. This world is mostly just bad fairies. Oh, this guy's gonna frost me. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to pay attention and possibly use strategy. It's funny that a lot of the bosses in this game, they answer, the strategic answer to them is like, be underneath them. Because they can't handle it if you get right up on their business. Like, this guy's breathing ice all over the land, and I have to tell him, like, that's not where I'm at, you know? I'm behind you, cutting you in the butt. And, you know, oof, I'm frostbitten. It's fine. So I was just pushing my stam too hard. Ran out of stamina. Well, our ember's been restored, and we have defeated the first boss. Whortleberry, you're a true hero. That can of fruit cocktail won't harm anyone else. Ah, feels good. All right, well, we're going to end this chapter of Let's Break. I think we broke Dark Souls 3 pretty well. The Lord of the Boreal Valley, or whatever the heck that guy's name was, barely touched me, barely scratched me. And while I did use fairly decent tactics and cutting him in the butt, in a normal fight that would have gone way worse. So, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Next time, if I'm playing a game for a long time and the game's not on the screen, just drop a comment in the chat. drop a comment in the chat and let me know that I'm doing it I'm doing it real bad. Whew. All right, let's say goodbye to Whortleberry first. We're gonna go over to here, and I'm just gonna remind everybody. Sorry, it just feels like this has been such a huge success in my streaming career that for 20 minutes I was just going on and on about a game that nobody could see. It just feels great. It feels really good. 5calls.org. It's a call. Senators, you got 2 senators. I don't care who you are. Well, if you're an American citizen or an American resident, you got 2 senators. Call them. Tell them. Restore funding to the CFPB. It's important. What can I tell you? It's a serious issue that, and I mean, just, live streaming how bad I am at video games is just not a serious issue. So it's an interesting explosion. That's not the word. It's an interesting synergy between the seriousness of the issue and the hilarious fail that I just did at streaming. 5calls.org. If you go to ntu335.org/script, you're going to see some factoids and scripting and whatnot that you can use to talk to your representatives. We also got this, change.org/stopvote. Oh, sorry, petition. Oh, and if you could go check that out. And if you like it, put a ring on it. No, please sign it. Put your name on it is actually what I'm asking for. Okay. Oh, well. You know what? I'm gonna show you something cool. To apologize for what happened with regards to the whole streaming and not showing the screen thing. I'm going to show you my cool blanket because it's a little bit chilly. The air conditioning makes it a little chilly. And this is a cool blanket I got for my birthday. Look at that bear, huh? What a bear. Because I like bears. Sorry, I'm trying to. It's hard to show a tattoo. A tattoo is a bear paw. There. Well, that was great. Again, more great streaming from me. All right. Tomorrow night we'll do better. Couldn't do worse. We'll revisit Skyrim. I've put a few new hilarious things in that should make it pretty funny to watch. I will continue to make dumb jokes about the cat man named Snakebite. and we'll go around adventuring. And I'll continue to ask you to please call your representatives. Tell them, this guy he can't even stream right. So please make him stop. Please just restore funding, because once the CFPB is safely funded and there are no more risks of massive layoffs or any layoffs for no reason, when again the Bureau is incredibly efficient, doesn't spend taxpayer money, and has a law that we have to fulfill. Any layoffs and cutbacks risk the entire economy. I don't know how else to say it. And here's this guy who can't even stream Dark Souls 3 right, and that apparently is shouldering the burden of the American economy and keeping it intact by trying to make a blueberry man win at Dark Souls. Friday we'll play Minecraft. That'll be a family affair, I think, actually. My kids will be involved, so that'll be fun. I'll be on my private server with my cool plugin that I coded. So, well, I don't know, I'll show off my plugin and cool buildings I've built, I guess. I don't know. Or, something. Maybe I'll build a CFPB. I'll build a C, an F, a P, and a B. That'll fix all the problems. Please call your representatives. I'm dying here. Okay. Well, the music worked today, so we're gonna go out on that note. And I hope you like the music. I composed it myself. It's not good, but it is, by all technical definitions, a song. And I think by most measures it is music. So enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Thank you once again. This is Chuck signing off.